G'day everyone, welcome to the Outside Man podcast.
Hey!
We're all back, different location, same blokes.
Every one of us is here, so we feel.
Yeah, the invite went out earlier this week and 3 of us responded, but that's why Cal's on the side. No, not really. He just doesn't like sitting on the couch, squished
I
in.
didn't want to sit next to Jed, so I get my own chair.
Oh.
Just kidding, Jed.
So yeah, anyway, this is the Outside Man podcast where we talk about rugby league, specifically the NRL competition in Australia. Thanks for joining us. And big weekend this last weekend.
Yep.
Some big games, some big upsets.
Should we talk about giving ourselves a like and a subscribe, and where are we up to with our subscribers, Matt?
Yeah. So we picked up another 2 subscribes this week.
Well done.
Thanks for coming along.
That's
up
you.
to 74.
Yes.
Yep. You guys are right at the precipice of something great.
It's a big word.
We had about 100 viewers this week as well. So
we're just there.
Yeah.
A few more.
I reckon, watch out, Mr. Beast.
Oh, tell me. I got a text message from him today. Actually.
Oh, okay.
He said he was trembling. He's a bit worried. He's going to lose his. Anyway, this is rugby league at its finest, and we've got some. If you're new, we like to talk about controversies first, so that's what we're going to do right now.
Alright, so Jed, you've got a controversy tonight for us. What do you got?
Okay.
Word on the street is pretty angry too.
Yeah.
We've been bracing all day.
Yeah. To be honest, I was angry after Saturday, and then on Sunday morning when I woke up, I was just rearing up about it. Okay.
What happened, Jed?
Tell me.
No, you know what? When you have those moments in life where you just can't get it off your mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So watching the Cowboys and Broncos game. In that game particularly, there were 3 forward passes, clear forward passes. You cannot tell me that the NRL has its agenda to make sure that the Broncos win the competition. Okay? How the heck do you that one where they're running down the try line.
The one back into Billy Walters.
The one back in Billy Walters. If that's not 2 metres forward,
I think it was actually closer to 5 metres forward.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And
I've been thinking about that.
And the first try, that was definitely a forward pass. And then, it wasn't, it was only marginally, but it was definitely forward, And then on the fact of, this Thursday night that we're going to, they just happen to play on a Thursday night in the very last round to give them the extra bit of turnaround. And it happens, and someone said it on
the finals.
I think it was on Triple M. Right. The Broncos and the Storm. Every year they play on a Thursday night in the last round. Now you cannot tell me
that's a tradition.
that the NRL, has, the little lovebirds up there. The NRL and the Broncos. They want the Broncos to succeed. Now, this is not my hatred towards the Broncos. This is purely a fact, is that when the NRL have the Broncos playing well, they make more money.
Well, that is a fact. The Broncos make more money when they're playing well.
Yeah, so that's why the NRL wants them to succeed.
So what's the problem? The forward passes or the Thursday night? Or both?
Or the Broncos.
I
think it's just the Broncos.
Yeah.
So, all right.
And even just on Saturday night, when the Broncos get a penalty, they get it on 5th tackle. But the Cowboys, they get penalties on 1st and 2nd tackles. Essentially giving that team an extra 5 tackles. You go out there into the general public and immerse yourself, and you'll actually realise...
Immerse yourself.
Sorry, I missed that word.
One thing that you didn't have a controversy about, Jed, from the Cowboys-Broncos games, was the Cowboys jersey.
How good.
It was awesome, but it was also very similar to a Melbourne Storm jersey.
And also the referee. I kept thinking that the referee was going to chase a ball, but it was actually a Cowboys player. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I watched that game. I watched my team lose. There were definitely a couple of forward passes, but I think the overriding factor for me is take away the fact I need to take the bias out of it, right? The Broncos were a better team on the night.
Don't do that.
The Broncos were a better team on the night. They deserve to win. So, but I agree that the referees are missing way too many forward passes, and particularly that one to Walters. Klein was literally in line with the ball. And if all of us can sit here and watch it and go, it's a forward pass, and why can't our video refs go, that's a forward pass, we're pulling that back?
Look, I think the problem is the definition of the forward pass, because there's all that grey area over momentum, floating forward.
This thing where people come up and say, oh yeah, like I was at the pub on Saturday night and he said, oh yeah, that ball floated forward. You're passing the ball a metre. If you're passing the ball maybe 5 metres, then I could understand if the ball was floating forward.
Fair point.
But you're throwing a ball 1 metre. That ball cannot float forward. Anyway, this is a thing where
Grinds your gears, Jed.
the Broncos cannot win this year. Because I hate them.
Do you know the song for this segment when Jed starts should be "I'll fire it up"?
Yeah, he's
Anyway, that's what's in my
We'll
head.
work on that for next
I was
year.
listening, Jed, but that's what's
Yeah,
Okay.
Forward passes grind my gears too.
yeah, I agree.
And I did immerse all of mine
Yeah.
myself in the general public this week, and they said the same thing.
Yeah.
Forward passes, that's all I could think about.
You know,
All Monday was forward
why
passes.
can't we have a thing where the video ref can actually, decide on these things?
And if it's too close, if we're not sure whether it floated or whether it was back, why can't they just say, like they do with some tries, it's inconclusive, it's too close to call, we're going to go with the on-field decision. Why can't we do that?
Yeah.
But why can't they pull up the blatantly forward ones?
Blatant.
And the ones that are super close just go, hey, we're going to go with the ref's decision on this.
It's going to decide a grand final. Broncos will be down 16-18 against the Roosters.
This year,
And-
jeez.
Next year.
And that will cost us a grand final.
I think surely we can put a chip in the balls
Yeah, they have worked on that.
and they can work out the math behind momentum and trajectory.
Yeah.
Like that.
Well, AI will be able to
If we
do
can
that.
send someone to the moon.
Yeah, I'm thinking more probably
We didn't do that.
if they have a drone that's stationed over the top of the field and they can use AI tracking.
It's the speed
Well,
momentum.
they do it in
goes
soccer.
forward.
They use lines in soccer to judge offsides.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that doesn't have momentum.
The problem is though, they have to, like Jase, they have to work out if it's a float forward or if it's
How fast they're going.
because the forward
how
pass
fast
is out of the
they're
hand.
going.
So you got to, if it's backward out of the hand or is it forward out of the hand?
Well, why don't we make a hard and fast rule? And I don't agree with this, but anyway, it's the only option that I see to counteracting that is going, even if it floats forward, it's a forward pass.
No.
I think that's too
Because
hard
then-
for like breakaway tries.
Well, then we'll probably never ever
But
get
those
to...
the big rainbow passes, then you'd never see them ever
Okay, so
again.
why don't the blatant... That's what I'm saying. That's why I came back to what I said about the blatant ones. The blatant ones, why can't the video ref go, hey, you don't need to be a rocket scientist to tell that's a forward pass, we're pulling it back.
7
And
metres.
All the other
7
ones, they could justify and say, hey, we believe it's floated forward, we're going to stick with the on-field ref. Why can't we just
They
do
should
that?
they should be able to work it out.
Anyway.
Because of the NRL's agenda with the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I'm done with this.
Do you need some
Okay.
time to breathe?
No, who's got their next
Oh,
Do you need a
controversy?
ciggy?
Mm.
Oh, I love a ciggy. Yeah. Give me some money,
Jen doesn't
boys.
smoke for those playing cards. I've got two things.
Yep.
One I want to really touch on really quickly. The Reece Walsh video that popped up at the start of this week. If the media doesn't post about it, no one blinks an eye. There is so much crap that is driven by our media. It's a joke. The media drives the narrative of the rugby league. He was just playing a joke. Whether you think it's funny or not, that's not... Everyone's entitled to an opinion, right? Some of his mates thought it was funny. That's fine. And if there's any kids out there that think it's okay to drink toilet water, you should probably go and sit down with your parents and go, hey, can you educate me properly?
I probably
please?"
would have thought it was quite funny 15 years ago as well.
Yeah, exactly. He's a kid.
But the thing is though, Cal, I have it on good authority from a good mate who's a plumber. The plumbers don't leave a toilet without christening it first.
Yeah, well...
So it's either been already had a 1 or a 2 in there when the plumber finished. They got to test it to make sure it works.
That's all speculation. But like, all I'm saying is the media control everything in the NRL. They decided to make a story about it because it was Reece Walsh. If that was anyone else, probably just goes, oh, video, funny, haha, move on. Gemmett Shibasaki's been done for being dropped this week for alcohol, drinking too much water. If that was Reece Walsh, that would be plastered everywhere on the news. But it's a Reece Walsh thing, and the media have a certain bias against certain players. Move on. It was just a silly little video. He's learned his lesson.
It's like that one that Todd did when he was having the bubbler.
Todd Carney.
Yeah.
He got sacked.
He got sacked for that. That's a bit different.
And we got the wooden spoon.
That's a bit different. Jet, go.
But what I will say, a little bit in controversy to that, would be, that's probably not the right word, but like,
I get you.
don't you expect your high-paid players to behave?
What's he done wrong?
He hasn't done anything
He's
wrong.
still a kid though.
But I don't expect
as Corey
anything.
Parker said on the radio,
Corey Parker is so...
Yeah.
I'm
He's
done with him.
Yeah. How old
He's
is
not
Reece?
relevant.
How old is Reece? 21?
Jed, what did he
22?
do wrong?
He's a kid.
No, I'm not saying he did anything wrong.
Okay.
What I'm saying is, like, he needs to be a class act, and you know, like,
And not
who
have
does
any-
that? Who does that?
Guys at that age that
I
just think
never thought about drinking toilet water. I'm like, that's just dumb.
it's a joke. Like, he's made a joke between his mates. Some of his mates thought it was funny. That's the difference that's the good thing about opinion. You didn't find it funny. Some of his mates did.
Well, they're dumb mates.
Well, that's your opinion.
Yeah. Anyway.
I possibly have done things just as stupid.
Yeah,
I'm sure I've
stupid
done
things.
And he's a kid. Like, he's not going to act like a 35-year-old.
All I'm saying is just media, stop controlling the narrative of the
I do agree with
Anyway,
that. I do
my
agree with
second
that.
point, which is a bit more interesting, I reckon, I've done a bit of research this week in regards to the top 100 highest paid players.
Oh,
There's an article that's come out this week, and I've jotted down a few stats here. Did you know, currently, there are 15 $1 million players in the NRL. So there are 15 players that are on $1 million or more in the NRL. That's the greatest number we've ever seen, and will obviously only continue to go up. The only clubs that don't have $1 million players, boys, have a guess. There's
Tigers.
5 of them.
Raiders.
Raiders are 1.
Warriors.
Warriors are 2.
Dogs?
Dogs are 3.
Probably St. George.
No.
Newcastle. No.
Sharks?
No.
Nico.
Cows and Finns. Only 5 teams that don't have $1 million players.
Okay.
Now, the Raiders and the Sharks have the fewest members in the Rich 100 club, which means the top 100 are players over 600k a year.
Yeah.
Right? So the Sharks and Raiders have the fewest members. Cows are close on that list as well, and the Finns. The Bunnies have 10 players in the top 100. 10 players on 600k or more.
How do they have the cap
Which is
for it?
interesting.
Well, they played a 17-year-old at halfback.
Yeah.
Here's the bit that I really wanted to talk about, which makes Canberra's season so much more impressive. They've only got 4 players on 600k or more. That is Tarpanay, Young, Fogarty, and Papali'i. They have won the minor premiership this year, only lost 4 games with a team that only have 4 players above 600k. Ricky's
Raiders.
Wow.
deserves hats off, and we salute you, Canberra. You've had a phenomenal year,
Yeah.
and I think if they go ahead and win this comp, I think they've broken the laws, the recent laws of the NRL and building NRL teams by going, hey, there is another way to do this rather than just buying a spine.
Ricky said last year, we're going to lose games this year, we're building something.
So,
I'm like, to have faith in your coach, because, like, Ricky's been average. He's got to 1 grand final
Yeah, in his coaching career, yeah.
in his coaching career.
Yeah,
Sorry,
cool.
not a playing career. Like,
Well, probably recently, because the Roosters, he won a couple of comps, didn't he?
he won one, and
he
then
inherited
to a couple.
He inherited that
Yeah, fair.
Fitler team at the Roosters.
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything. But they stuck with him, and that's a credit to the team. Like, I don't know how long you stick with your coach.
So would you guys, I think it was either Carl or Jason, offer a public apology, because I'm pretty sure one of you said that how the heck has he lasted this
Really?
long? Yeah, this long in Canberra.
I've said that often.
Yeah, so have you public apology?
No.
Well, it's a tricky one. It's a tricky
What has
one.
he done yet?
He hasn't won a comp yet. That's a good point.
Yeah.
But what he's done this year is phenomenal with a squad that, like, especially that spine.
I think he has done very well with the team this year.
So also, just quickly to finish off my point, I've got a list of players here that are in the $1 million. Not all of them, but just actually I think it is all of them. So notably, we'll go through our teams. The Sharks have Nico and Adam, who are on $1 million each. The Titans have Tino and Dave Fafita. God, that's a waste of money on Dave Fafita.
It isn't, but he's playing well.
The Roosters have Sammy Walker and Tedesco. And then the top 5 is Kalen Ponga, Nathan Cleary, Mitch Moses, Cameron Munster, and Tom Trbojevic.
They're all worth it, except Mitch.
Well,
not Mitch.
Let's go. I'll say names. You tell me if
when he's playing.
I'll say names. You tell me if they're not worth it. Ponga, Cleary.
Not Ponga, man. Ponga.
Not
So, can we put a thing? Worth it if they're playing, not if they're injured.
Yeah, well.
Ponga's worth it if he's playing.
Yeah, but when was the last time he's been playing good?
He's worth it if he's playing.
We'll probably have to take even the club he's at into consideration too.
He drove them to a final series.
The other person that's not on this list is
drove them in the bus or?
No, the Knights train.
Oh, the Knights
train.
Did you know
the coal mine.
Cam Murray's on $1 million this season? Did you know Jake Trbojevic is on $1 million this season?
Yeah.
That's like a back-ended
Like
deal.
2 years ago, maybe, but...
But anyway,
a back-ended deal.
that's all I had, and I hope that kind of makes you think about the Raiders and gives you hope for your team, maybe, if they're
Do you know what's... I don't know how long they're signed for, but they're not going to be able to keep them all now.
Who's that?
Not especially
The
not if they
Raiders.
win.
No.
Think about who's not going to be on over 700.
Yeah,
Strange.
Ethan Strange
He will
is
be.
outstanding.
Weeks, he will be.
Yeah.
Savage.
But Fogarty's gone though.
Fogarty's gone next year.
He's
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're going to have to find a halfback.
Yeah.
That's going to cost it. Why? Because you can't play with that halfback.
Don't they have Owen Paddy coming through?
He's a dummy half, yeah.
Sign Chad Townsend.
DCE's available.
Did you hear about him?
Yeah, did you hear about it? Yeah.
He had to he was late for his reserve grade game, last ever game playing footy, and he was on his way to the stadium to play his last ever game for reserve grade for the Roosters, and there was a protest in Sydney.
Yeah.
He couldn't get through. They had to hire line, those bikes that you can just pick up on the street, and cycle through this protest, this crowd, through all the police and everything, and Chad didn't have a helmet, so the cop told him, mate, you can't ride that. And he walked it for a bit of way, then he jumped back on after he got through the protest, and he made it, I think it was like half an hour to swim. That's crazy.
Imagine if Danny forgot his boots.
Yeah, that would be.
Left him in the car.
Anyway, well, I think
I just want to... It's not a controversy, I just want to make a reiteration.
Okay.
Which means I'm saying it again, Jed. I still think we need to get rid of this 6 again rule. Yes. I know we say it a lot.
Yeah.
It seems to be that the team at the start of the game would just keep getting 6 agains or ruck infringements or... they're not put down as penalties, or some of them aren't 6 agains either. They're like ruck infringements, so it makes the penalty count a bit out. But it seems like they just keep doing it till the team scores a try.
Yeah.
Like over and over and over, and they'll just keep finding reasons. Because you do find reasons, because they're eager to stop them, and it has to. At least when there was a penalty, everything stopped. It settled down. Then they went again. 6 again, they're just like restart, and like sometimes it's like 30 tackles.
Didn't we hear the ref say when they got interviewed or something like that I could find an indiscretion in every set.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so you're literally picking and choosing when you want to use a 6 again.
Yeah. And there's too much money involved in betting.
That's fair. There is a lot.
Yeah. So get rid of the 6 again, fix the forward passes, do something about the Cows jersey. Alright, that's it. Let's have a look at this round.
You'd be a good one to own though. Like it was a nice looking jersey.
Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It was just a once-off thing though. Like the Broncos black jersey.
Alright, should we get into this week's round?
No.
Into the...
Yes.
Let's do a transition and then we'll be right back in a sec.
let's get into what round
It was round 26, Thursday night. The Doggies took on a F-grade Panthers team, and the Dogs got the job done 28-4. It was not pretty.
It was hard going by the Dogs. I thought they would have blown them away. Panthers put up a good fight. I think it was, as much as I don't really agree with resting 16 of your top 17 players, I think it's good for the young guys coming through.
Yep.
And I think they did really well. Like premiership contenders, and they held them out only by 24 points.
Yeah, and it wasn't until the second half, essentially. Yeah. Jason?
So in light of this resting 16 players, I heard this week that the AFL do a bye week before the finals.
That was this week.
Yeah, we said that last week.
This week. Did we say that?
Yeah, we said that on the podcast. Didn't you watch the podcast?
I did, and I was in it.
Oh,
I thought you were there.
Apparently they do a
And
pie
I was
round
there,
before
and I didn't hear us say it at all. I heard someone else say it.
But the only problem that I have with that is that, like, if
The
you...
Broncos will be there.
The Broncos will get the bye on the Thursday night.
night.
Yeah.
is that if you say you make it into that top 4 and you win the major semi-final, you would essentially play round 26, have a bye, and then play again, have a bye, and then you play in the grand final. That's not a lot of footy to be playing.
No, grand final qualifier.
Grand final qualifier. So you're only playing 3 games in 6 weeks.
But they've just played 27 rounds.
But the thing is that if you're on a run, you want to keep on playing footy. You don't want to be resting. And then if you happen to have a bye the weekend before as well, you know.
But if that's the case...
In this scenario, no one would.
No. And if that's the case, then why is Ricky resting his players? They're on a hot streak, but he's chosen to rest 10 of them this week. Because they're resting...
I think at this time of the season, you can't.
Yeah, but like, would he rest them if knowing that they would have a bye the weekend after?
No, that's what we're saying. So they'd play them.
Look what happened to the Cowboys in 2017. We went on that amazing finals run, got to the grand final, cooked.
No one was beating that Melbourne Storm.
Granted, yeah, you're right, but still we were cooked. Like, we should have put on more. We were resting, I reckon, this time of year is really important, especially for your workhorses in the middle. So the AFL do it for a reason.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
That's controversy.
I just heard about it somewhere else.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Any notable stats there?
Stats, well, possession was 58-42 to the Dogs.
That's out of whack.
That's a lot different. Tackle breaks, 44 to the Dogs, 31 to the Panthers. Let's get it. Dummy passes. The Panthers won. Dummy passes, 32-22. So we'll give them some kudos for that. And in defence, 44 tackle breaks. The opposite of tackle breaks. 44 missed tackles by the Panthers and 31 by the Dogs. That's a lot from the Dogs, considering they were versing...
They were not convincing for a...
You're right.
Top 4 side playing reserve grade team.
You're right.
Yeah.
They've definitely not plateaued, but they've
hit the limit, I think.
Yeah.
If you put this game on par with the Roosters, it was Roosters Storm, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The Roosters showed they were far better.
Yeah.
The Dogs...
Do you think Serrano's told them to play at 80%?
They probably had it in the back of their minds that they were coming up against,
Yeah, I don't know.
the reserve Panthers.
I think we're all saying that if they keep this form up, the Dogs are not going to last long.
Yeah. What I will say though is now that the Penrith they've lost 3 or 4 games, it's not great form going into the finals.
That's fair.
And there's a potential that they will finish 7th, and I see them getting eliminated first week of the finals.
Interesting.
Can they drop any lower though? Like if the results go the way?
That they can.
6th or 7th.
Oh, so they've locked in the.
Yeah.
They've locked it.
Hang on.
They can go 8.
No, they can go 8. If the
They can
Roosters
go
win and the Panthers lose...
But 7 or 8 doesn't matter.
Yeah.
A lot depends on whether the Roosters win this week or not, but we'll get to that later on.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that, they're going to get eliminated first week of the finals.
If
That's
they play
huge.
Warriors, do you think they'll lose to the Warriors?
No.
No, but...
Because it'll most likely be the Warriors.
Your predictions?
So I think
You're going to have to talk about it before you say it.
I think Broncos or Sharks finish 4th and 5th, and then I think the Warriors go 6th, Penrith 7th. So it'll be in New Zealand though. So
Yeah, but we all know Sharks won't go any further than that.
They don't travel.
Do we know that, do we?
Yeah. They freak out when they get in the finals.
Speaking of the Wars, at home went down to the Eels, 26-22 to the Eels.
This was a good game.
It was a really good game.
It was a good game.
Isaiah Yongi's back in form. Good to see him back. He's going to be a star in the future.
Eels are looking sharp, eh? I think they're on the up. I think next year they're going to be knocking some doors down.
Old Mitch Moses, hands in the air.
If he keeps fit though, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if
he practices.
Challenge it.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like pleading.
It sounded like, that's what I put. Alan. Challenge.
Yeah. So there was a bit of controversy in this one. Yeah. There was the try that went up, and then got called try on the field by the ref, and then it went up to the bunker, and they seen that the Warriors player's finger actually deflected off the ball.
Did touch it, yeah.
But
it touched it. Yeah.
The whinge from the Warriors was he actually facing the wrong way when he touched that ball?
I was comfortable with it.
I think I was pretty confident. Like I tipped the Warriors and I wanted them to win, but I think looking at it, there's a definite deflection of the finger, and
I couldn't understand why Brandy on the telecast was blowing up so much about it.
Brandy.
Oh, because he loves the controversy.
He's lost it a bit these last 4 or 5 weeks.
Could you imagine if Brandy and Corey Parker did a podcast?
I used to like his commentating, but not anymore. I would say I'm very hesitant because of how the Sharks got treated in the Disruptor era. But even the other player that came through, I would have been happy for him to be called a disruptor.
There's a lot of disruptors.
He came through at it and didn't go for the ball at all. So if Halsema didn't touch it, I think he's a disruptor too. Because he went up and hit the player.
There's a lot of early jumps happening at the moment, isn't there?
I don't want the disruptor to come back because chronology.
Well, it hasn't gone away. They just stopped you calling it.
Oh, they just tried to work out what it actually is. And not
it wasn't a crackdown.
No, it wasn't a crackdown.
Dummy passes, 14 to the Warriors, 13 to the Eels.
Yeah, it's pretty even. It was all pretty even there.
Shambles. Let's go to missed tackles, 39 to the Eels. That's what you expect. 22 to the Warriors. Warriors, they're not dead. Okay? If they are versing Penrith in the first week of the finals, Penrith will be favourites, but you're not going to completely write the Warriors. Are we writing off?
So what the Warriors have turned from a good team to a team with some players that are playing good.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is like Halsema will pull a try out of anywhere. RTS has had a few good moments, but it's not like, oh, that was a good team play, or that was a good, they're working together. It's like, so it doesn't seem like they're running like a good team.
That's fair.
It seems like, they pulled that off. A bit like the Tigers used to be, like, they scored a try, but no one expects them.
Alright, next game.
Upset of the week, second game Friday night. The Roosters in Melbourne downing the Storm 40-10 when it was 10-0 at half time.
So,
you
confession.
You weren't upset at all, were you?
No, I was happy.
I stopped watching at half time.
And
then when I saw that the next morning, I'm like, what happened there?
Yeah.
So we actually scored, it was like 12-10 with like 17 minutes to go. Or 16-10 I think it was. And then we just like scored 28 points or whatever it was in that amount of time. And I've never seen a Melbourne Storm team after being up 10-0, to go out that way. But I actually think that would be the kick up the bum that they need.
Well, they've named everyone this week.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No rests for you.
But it's the kick up that they need. And because the last couple of weeks, I don't think Melbourne have been playing well. And yes, the Roosters won, but I'm not 100% convinced.
I think that's been Melbourne's season, really, haven't they? They've had some really good games, but then they've had some really ordinary games too.
It's been a long time since Melbourne Storm looked beatable. Like, generally you go into a game thinking, we're probably not going to beat the Storm. But there's cracks there, and even when they named all their players, there's been cracks this year.
And they don't have a big forward pack, I reckon.
If Nelson's back now.
Oh yeah, but do you want him playing?
He nearly wasn't back.
He was dumb.
Well,
Not like
I got a theory.
if they need size.
I got a theory about Melbourne. They've been so predictable over these years, like you're just saying, we're not going to beat these guys. I reckon they've become unpredictable a little bit this year, so that it gives teams a false sense of how to beat Melbourne, and then during the final series, they're just going to show up and go, no, they were one step ahead of us the whole time. That's what I reckon is going to happen. Just a crazy out there theory.
Because it's ridiculous that we stay that and they're still second.
They're second. They're still winning fucking games. Mark the Wanganita-Waze.
He's a freak, that guy.
Every week he does something that you just sit there and you're just like...
He got 4, didn't he?
4.
4 tries.
But just what he
Well,
does.
he should have got 5 because Toya went out on the wing and stole it off
and he
him.
was like hurting on his knee, and he's like, I'm hurt. And then,
He's an athlete.
Yeah.
He needs to stay in the NRL.
yeah. Actually, you know how you said when we were going through the Roosters team a couple of weeks ago, he was actually a Roosters junior first, and then he went to Union. So that's another Roosters player that we developed.
Well, there you go.
Was he that good? Was he like playing like this when he was playing for the Wallabies?
He's played for the Wallabies. That's the highest. Australia.
Yeah.
Which is why I don't class him as brought up through the Roosters ranks. He became a pro elsewhere.
Sorry, my answer to that question is I don't watch rugby.
Well, I was
And
going to
don't know
say
why you asked me.
I was going to say state team, but I don't know what state he played for. Probably the
Waratahs.
Waratahs.
Yeah, I think he played for the Warriors.
I think
Tars.
he's a Blues.
I
He's
know
just
the
an
Tars.
athlete.
Is there any other?
Apparently,
Brumbies? Are there some Brumbies on there?
ACT Brumbies.
Kemi could be
Crusaders?
considering it.
But yeah,
Canterbury
I think the
Crusaders.
Roosters
Hey,
could make it to the second week, but yeah.
So can I say Crichton
Angus.
had a great game. Even the first half when they were losing,
He was pushing
Angus
people around.
he looked a class above everyone.
Oh yeah.
Have a look at that possession.
Yeah, it was 58 to 42.
58% possession.
Completion
to the
rate
Roosters.
was really good, 88% for the Roosters compared to 74%.
Even 74's, it's low, but it's not terrible.
I think in finals it's going to be the teams that can compete at 90.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
the ones that
Roosters went from 55% completion last week to 80.
Yeah,
Whatever
against
it was
Melbourne,
this week.
in Melbourne. And also, the Roosters' defence has been great. Only 20 missed tackles. And they've been like this. They've had a few games where they've let that slip. But most games I've watched, their missed tackle count has been quite low. So they're playing for something. Hey,
40 missed tackles for Melbourne.
that's
So
terrible.
that's
It'll be
no wonder Bellamy was blowing up Deluxe.
South will be a good test for Roosters.
How interesting that the derby between South and Roosters will define the top 8.
Yeah.
It all comes down to that.
Yeah,
game.
I think it's an NRL hypocrisy.
And
Why does this happen every year? Souths, Roosters at the end of the year, every year, always pushing finals, always determined. I think the NRL are just all over the Roosters. I hate it.
Yeah, sack 'em.
Every year. But
There's a bias towards the
Relegation.
Roosters.
sorry, Jed, I had to do it.
There's a bias towards them, Jed. Nah, but seriously, I think the Roosters have everything to play for this week, and the Bunnies would love nothing better than to end the Roosters season,
Yeah.
or at least have a chance to end the Roosters
But we'll talk about that one in a
All they got
minute.
to do is put 80 on them.
Okay, Saturday's game, a bit of a nothing game. The Raiders.
It was not a nothing game.
Well, in the sense
they
that
won the minor.
in the sense that they drove the Shield down to the stadium beforehand. They got a couple of calls in this game. I'm by no means a Tigers fan, but the Raiders certainly, it looked like the NRL wanted to just pass the Shield over during this
Yeah,
game.
but if they didn't win, they would have just drove it back to Sydney or wherever it lives anyway.
But it was
So
the
that's-
GIO. It was,
GIO, the event.
it was
Yeah.
pretty scripted.
It was pretty scripted. That one, Matt, you're the biggest
can't-
advocate for the script. You are the biggest advocate for the script.
Tell me how much money was made on betting. And
That
then
was
tell
in
me
the
if it was
script.
scripted or not.
Well, the bet would have been the Raiders to win the JJ shit.
I think they were at
Raiders shit.
$1.03 or something, weren't they?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
look, the Tigers,
They're not. They're missing Dewey.
Dewey. Possession 54 to 46.
How
to
was
Raiders.
that tackle from Appy Coruscant where he didn't even use his arms or his legs? He just knelt down behind Tarpany and Tarpany fell over him.
yeah.
That was
the
nothing
old-
illegal.
And then
Yeah.
Tarpany's jumped
The
up
old-
and blown up at him. It's like,
Well, I'd blown up at a kid in the playground, at least did it to me.
I think it's a great tactic. Dummy passes 35 to 13.
So
Oh,
we're
yeah.
back. This is When it's clear, it's clear.
Yeah.
It's clear.
You can
Ball's
see.
right in the universe again.
Missed tackles 34 to the Raiders, 33 to the Tigers. We need to keep an
okay.
eye on it. We need to keep
When
an eye on it.
when a team's got nothing to play for, it's hard.
And a few errors in a dry game. Dry game, you don't expect 11 errors each. You kind of think that should be a little bit lower. Can we judge the Raiders right now? No.
9 penalties and 6 ruck infringements. So that for the Tigers, so that would have killed their momentum.
That's a lot.
That 6 ruck infringements is a killer.
Yeah. I think the Raiders will be in the grand final, essentially because they'll have first week in Canberra and then they'll have a prelim also in Canberra. But whether they win the grand final is yet to be determined.
No one knows.
So that penalty count is 6 to 15 to
Yeah.
the Raiders. That's pretty brutal. I understand why the Tigers fans were upset, but no one cares. It's just Tigers fans.
Yep. So next game.
Next game was this was a nothing game. Dargans versus the Seagulls on Saturday, 5:30 p.m. It was 40 to 24 to the Seagulls, and honestly, watching paint dry was probably a better thing
Well,
to
I
do. in
thought
this
the
game.
Dragons were really going to show up, eh?
They had everything to play for.
As
As in, like, they're
But
playing for spots next year.
but in saying this, if it's an if, but if they win this week and the 4-5 teams above them lose, they go up to about 9th. And I think that's okay for the Dragons.
I love the Tigers
Why?
traditionally.
Yeah, well, they own 9th.
Well, that's their traditional spot.
Does Anthony Seabold keep his job at the Sea Eagles?
I think he's got one more year.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, this doesn't help the fans.
No.
The 40-point win doesn't help the fans.
Fans want him gone, is that what you're saying?
Well, everyone wants him gone, but yeah.
Poor Seabs. He was supposed to win the Bronx grand final. He said he would.
Must be hard being a coach, but anyway.
Yeah, I can do it.
I could do it.
I'd give it a go though.
Yeah. We should be co-coaches.
All right. We could be the Walker brothers. We'll be the Thompson brothers.
Walkers on.
Bit of a nothing game, because at the end of the day, that game means nothing for the rest of the comp, so we'll move straight on to the Saturday night game, 38-30 to the Bronx at Queensland Country Bank Stadium.
I would not be confident with the Broncos with that scoreline
This
going
is
into the finals.
Cracker of a game, though.
It was a great game.
I really enjoyed it.
It was really enjoyable. It was upsetting for me because I desperately wanted the Cowboys to win it.
I really.
But as I said last
yeah, me
week,
too.
is
But-
that I think that the Broncos' strategy is if you score 38 points, we'll score 40. Like,
It's worrying to me because you're coming into the finals and the teams above the Broncos are exceptionally good.
yeah.
So leaking 30 points, even though you scored 38, 32 missed tackles for Broncos, 49 for Cows.
It's bad.
So
Yeah, I think Chloe said the same thing actually. She was kind of like, it's not great that we conceded 30 points. Probably would have liked that. And you did say on Sunday that a couple of those tries were pure luck. Like,
Oh, the Cowboys were having fun,
we
eh?
were just throwing the ball
But
around.
it was,
Oh, yeah.
and like the Tigers game, like you can't.
no, it was
It's
good.
hard to defend Drinkwater and Dearden and Clifford when they're just
Well, I tell you what,
running around.
if the refs had picked up on them forward passes, we'd
Yeah,
be talking
that's
about
true.
a Cowboys
That's true.
mighty victory over the Broncos.
Well,
Oh,
I think,
absolutely.
I think Reno, he didn't get named this week, did he?
I think he's back this week.
Is he? We'll have a look at team listen to when we do the
So
text.
talking about him coming back this week.
Bronx, they're in fourth.
Yeah,
What
they're
more-
doing something right.
What, like that. What more can they do? They're only playing who's in front of them, and they're still chalking
Walsh,
up wins. So
Walsh has turned it up the last few weeks as
he's
well.
been sensational.
So-
But he's still got to cut out those errors in his game.
And he's rocks and diamonds, like Drinky is.
I
Yeah.
think you're okay with a couple of errors if you can do the great things.
Oh, yeah.
Like Maloney won the grand final for the Sharks,
Oh, yeah.
but he also did some very stupid things.
Oh, yeah, but it's like the ones
So-
where like he kicked the ball dead, and then the Cowboys had a 20-minute restart, and I'm pretty sure they scored that
Yeah.
set. So it's those errors that he's got to cut out.
Well, I call them the Kennedys.
Yeah.
Just quickly on the Cowboys, because that's our season done. Like, we don't play this week, we got the bye. So that was our last game. If you noticed in the the coach's box during the game, it was pretty much just Todd Payton and one of the other managers. The assistants have already been moved on. And so the Cowboys board have said, Todd, you've got the job for next year. Clear out who you want to clear out. That's everyone. And bring in, and he's pretty much got another year to prove that he has...
As long as they lock him in for the year. Because there's nothing worse than getting halfway through a season and sacking your coach.
Yep, I agree.
But you got to give him...
lock him in for the year, but if they're not going to keep him there...
Yeah, but they got to...
They have to make plans before...
Oh, obviously make plans, because that's what they've done in Des, right?
Yeah.
You know, they know he wasn't coming in next year. They've let him coach out the year.
Well, I find that sacking the assistants strange, because if he doesn't make it through next year... They're going to get new assistants again, haven't they?
It's not strange when you look at the Cowboys' defensive record over the last 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
We have not improved, and it hasn't. There's been no improvement with our defence. Our attack has, but our defence has gotten worse and worse and worse. And so what the board was saying is something has to change, Todd. We'll leave it up to you, whether they said that or not. But I'm happy as a Cowboys fan. I'm like, oh, this is great, because I do like Todd.
Yeah, can I ask you a quick question? I think at the moment, like Adam O'Brien, who just got sacked, Adam looked exhausted, mentally exhausted. Do you think that Todd looks a bit mentally, not saying he can't coach, but do you think he looks mentally?
I don't think he's that kind of... He's not as...
I think he always has.
But Adam O'Brien's rigid. He's very much... All right, Todd's... He during the games he's chewing his gum and stuff, but he's actually quite a relaxed kind of guy, and the players will talk about it. He's like, no, he's been chilled. He's a people manager. He's a people person. Todd. He's a man manager, and so the assistants do a lot of the work. Todd just loves on his players. You know what I mean? He's a father figure to them. Yeah. So there would definitely be a drag on being a coach, but that's for every coach, isn't it? Like, kids would be feeling the pressure.
Yeah. Anyway, Sharks versus Newcastle.
Yeah. Look. I did say last week the Knights could have showed... The first 30 minutes, I was like, oh, the Knights are in this game. Yeah. But then the Sharkies...
My daughter said, maybe they all have a cough.
The Sharks.
About the Sharks.
She was right.
I kicked the toy bucket into the wall. Yeah, it's nothing like a kid sitting there staring at you thinking... What's happening with Dad?
Why is he so grumpy?
It's okay, but let's just mute the TV while we watch this.
It was frustrating.
I was pretty frustrated at the Nico played at it call. I understand, hey, that might be how we interpret things, but there was no way that his leg changed direction or moved in a way to kick the ball at all. He was going in a tackle. He didn't know old mate was going to throw the ball.
I agree with you. It's just the rules dumb.
And Nico himself challenged it. So that, if he thought there was any chance, he wouldn't have done that the first set. And we just defended, I think it was 18 tackles.
It's a dumb rule.
And I looked at that, and then they only scored off a really fortunate kick where there was just confusion in the middle in that play. So I say that to say, hey, they got that early try, they got a second one. I wasn't worried because I knew our bench would come in and kill them, which they did. It's good having Talakai back on the bench. Talakai, ULE, Hazelton, a lower tier side can't keep up with that bench.
It was good to get Ronaldo. Got a hat-trick again.
Ronaldo got back into it.
AKA
Alan's Supercoach.
Yeah, he kept me alive in my Supercoach. I lost my grand final against the pro, I should add, but I did lose it. But Ronaldo kept me in it. I noticed at the end of the game, Ronaldo started floating in the middle and popping up in the middle. I don't know if you noticed that, because I was watching him like a hawk. I needed him to score another try. And he was popping up in the middle and doing short balls and just hanging around. So I wonder if that's going to be
Chris Trindle went off.
Oh yeah, how's he doing?
They named him again.
Okay.
So they said it was just a sprain.
Ronaldo
He rolled it.
He's a tackle breaker. Tied forwards.
Yeah.
Get him in the middle.
And he loves it. I heard an interview and they're like, he loves running through middles.
He's competitive.
And teasing them.
Yeah, he just hates people.
Lose some weight, buddy, and then run through.
He just hates people. He loves the niggle. I think that should be a game plan for the Sharks.
Having Hero back was great. It really helped.
I saw
I
Raymond's
did
back too.
all of our back five ran for over 100 metres.
That's
and
great.
our bench actually scored more metres than our starting props.
Wow.
Actually, just quickly back to the Cows game. Tamalolo ran for 200 and something metres in 50 minutes of game time.
He's a legend.
And in 50 minutes of game time. So he's back, Big JT.
While we're still on the Cows game,
Yeah.
Sorry.
the sin bin. Sorry, going back again. The sin bin
Burns.
Yeah.
against it was Walsh's kick, right?
Mm.
You watch it, and yeah, he did hit the leg, but Walsh has just hammed it up like nothing else.
I can't remember what happened. How did he
He's gotten the kick up, and our mates just run through.
Oh, yeah. It's the rule.
Yeah.
But my thing is like 10 minutes is such a long time.
Nowhere near as what Harry Grant's sin bin was.
I just think like if they score a try, bring him back on or make it a 5-minute sin bin. But anyway.
Yeah. 10 minutes is a long time.
Why the Knights have an attacking coach has to be wondered about.
Mm.
If you're going to sack assistants, so hopefully the Knights aren't keeping their attacking coach on.
Well, surely, who's coming in for the Knights?
They haven't named anyone.
Alright.
Walker Brothers.
I'll go.
Thompson Brothers.
What about a quartet of coaches?
I actually, if there's a team that I think could perform, it's the Knights.
Do you get rid of Pomelo? Do you just let him go? Because there was talk he was going to go to that rugby
I think you could get the best out of Pomelo.
R360.
Like if you have a centre pairing of Best and Gagai, like your team, and then the two back rowers, Pierce Paul and
But Gagai, I don't think Gagai got re-signed though, did he?
didn't he? Oh,
No, he did for another year. Got extended for another
So
year.
he's nearly at the end of his career.
he and
He's
Marshall's
been playing for a
out
long
there.
time.
Yeah. Alright, final game of the
Still
weekend.
great. I'm talking
Sorry,
to the
Jed.
Knights.
Sorry about that.
Just
Sorry.
put my hand up. I will coach the Knights.
Jed's going to get to bed.
And because we're at Jed's house, that means we have to go.
We are at Jed's house. So last game of the round was the Dolphins and the Titans. Could have been anything this game. The Dolphins got out to an 18-0 lead.
Yeah.
And then the Titans got it back to 18-0 before half time. And it was just like, it was exciting in that respect. The Titans just fell short at the end there. Matt, any thoughts?
I have to be honest, I didn't actually get to watch this one. I was preoccupied. But I did keep up with it. Yeah, look, Dolphins, I don't think have displayed what it takes to do a finals run this year.
They're done. Yeah.
I don't even think they can even make it in there anyway, but
They
yeah,
can actually.
Oh yeah, they
If
can.
Roosters lose and Dolphins win by more than 20, I think it is.
yeah. So we know that the Dolphins can attack, but their defence is just woeful.
Yeah.
You know, especially blowing a lead like that. The Titans, you know, bottom of the ladder, they've been struggling and they still put 30 points on this Dolphins team that were being expected to get into the top 8.
Their defence
be in
is
the
just
top eight.
not.
Yeah, it's not up to scratch.
So Matt, what's your thoughts on firstly the Titans getting rid of Des and now having Josh Hannay as your coach?
Well, there must be a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So they've also sacked their assistants, same as Cows. So they're getting new guys. They've sacked the recruitment guy because he was doing the dodgy, allegedly.
Oh, allegedly.
So what he's actually got in trouble for was working for the Bears whilst working for the Titans.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yeah, which is a big no-no. So he's going to be in a bit of trouble. But yeah, look, Des, I don't know, is he still a great coach? I was always sceptical at the start because, you know, my whole thing was, well, he got sacked from the Dogs and he got sacked from Manly. You know, is his coaching style, you know, suitable for modern players? Like, people have changed. Like, you know, society's changed, culture's changed, different group, young fellas.
And I think the answer is he wasn't.
Yeah.
Especially the Gold Coast.
Yeah. So Jason, can I ask you, what are your thoughts on Josh Hannay because he's coached with the Sharks?
Well, he's just an assistant, so there's not.
Oh yeah, but wasn't he an interim coach there for a bit?
Oh, and Josh Morris got let go, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went all right there, but we did better with Josh Morris.
Oh, okay.
I think, well, I don't know. I don't think you know until he gets in there, right?
Yeah.
He was touted by a lot of clubs
Yeah.
to come through. I just hope that, accepting the Titans is a tough gig.
They're coach killers.
They've
given him 5 years. So they signed him for 5.
But that means nothing.
Well,
Griffin had 5 years.
Mrs. Frizzell has been on the news saying, yep, we've full backed him, we've gotten rid of these people, we've got fixed the board up here and there and systems.
If he can do a Ricky and say, hey, we might lose for 2 years and then be patient with that, maybe. Anyway, we'll take a quick break and we'll be right back in a minute with the ladder and
Tips.
the last round. Where has this year gone? Oh my gosh.
This week's draw.
Well, we're going to talk about the ladder first, Jed.
I mean,
Good start. The ladder. So I take back what I said about the Dolphins and Roosters before. There's actually only 15 points difference between the Roosters and the Dolphins. So say if the Roosters lose by 8 and the Dolphins win by 8, Dolphins make the top 8. So that's what it's going to come down to. It's going to be a hectic round this week. But the top 8 go to Raiders.
Hats off to the Raiders.
Hats off to the Raiders. Well done, won the premiers. The Storm, Dogs and Bronx have made an appearance. Knock knock, who's there? 5th, the Sharks. 6th, the Wires, which we all predicted. 7th, the Panthers. 8th, the Roosters for now. And the only other team that can make it is the Dolphins. I mean, Manly would need to win by 100 which is possible.
So there's a chance.
There's a chance.
there's a chance.
It's possible
Now,
for Turbo.
one other thing we need to talk about as well is Spoon Bowl. Who is going to take home the spoon this year? Now, the Titans have the Tigers, but they have a much better points differential than the Knights. If the Titans beat the Tigers and the Knights lose to the Eels, which is very possible, the Knights will take home the spoon. And I think, who's been worse?
Well, I think the Knights have been worse.
I think they have. So, Matt,
I think we've got a good shot at beating Tigers, but Eels are on fire. Eels ain't going down lightly to the Knights.
So I think the Knights are losing. It's whether or not the Titans can win.
Yeah.
Because the Titans have to win.
Have to win to get onto 18 points, yes.
Yeah, and the other one that I'll quickly say is, so Storm versus Bulldogs, that's our locking for week 1. And then there's a couple of games.
Has Storm locked into number 2?
Yes.
Yes.
So,
yeah, unless the Dogs win by 90 points.
Yeah.
Or Storm lose by 45 and Dogs win.
so Raiders are locked in, Storm's locked in, Dogs are locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Fourth is still up for grabs.
So 3 teams.
Yeah, so if the Storm beat the Broncos.
The Bronx are in the driver's seat there because their points differential is 156 compared to the Sharks 91 and the Warriors 22.
Yeah.
The Bronx have not the monopoly, but have ownership on that at the moment.
Yeah, but if Sharks or Warriors win, they'll jump them.
Yeah, but the Bronx need to beat the Storm,
Yeah.
which we all know what Storm and Bronx records like at Suncorp.
What is it, Cal?
Oh, we're going to the game, so we're all going to the game. No, are you coming?
I'm going to be there.
We're all going to be
We're
there
all
cheering.
going.
We're all
Happy
cheering
days.
on the Storm.
I've never gone for the Storm in my life.
I'm
I'm going to try.
I will be going for the
I've
Bronx.
actually watched games try to go for the Storm, and then halfway through, just be like, nah, hope they'll lose. And then I'm like, oh.
I'm pretty sure Jase was born in Melbourne.
What
He's
was it?
Melbourne.
Born in Logan. We've been Logan.
Oh, Logan, Melbourne.
I was actually born in Cronulla.
Oh, okay.
Cronulla, Logan.
Cronulla, Melbourne.
Yeah, same thing. It's all down.
Logan.
Yeah.
I grew up.
Gee, tell people you're from Logan. Anyway,
Alright, settle down, Jim.
Pretty obvious. I'm
Round
breaking into your house.
Round 27. Now, going back to Jed's point about the Thursday night game, this is a tradition, the Bronx versus Storm on the last round on Thursday night at Suncorp. Let's do our tips. It won't be our last tips for the year because we will still tip through finals, but it's the last.
So for
official
those
round.
playing at home, the Storm are only resting Blore, and obviously Harry Grant rested himself with that suspension.
Was Jerome back this
Yeah,
week?
Jerome's back.
Luai's back this... not Luai. Jerome Hughes is back this week.
Yep.
Well, Luai's probably back too.
I think King's back this week.
Hughes, Munster, King. No, Solomon.
Sofa Solomon.
He's named
Nelson.
in prop starting.
The Storm are favourites $1.65 for $2.25. I'm going to tip the Broncos.
Storm.
I will tip
Storm.
I'll tip Broncos, but
What?
I think I see. Yeah.
I need the Storm to win, so I'm tipping them.
Oh yeah, but I think
Sending vibes.
But I'll be going for the Storm 100%. But I'll tip Broncos.
So you're going to try and lose your tip.
Have you seen my tips this year?
We all have.
Friday, 6 p.m. at Four Pines. Manly's last game of the season. They are favourites $1.51 to $2.56 against the Warriors, who are playing still for a top 4 spot. So they've a lot to play for. I'm surprised at those odds that Manly are so heavily favoured.
Well, DC's last game.
DC's last game at 4 Pines Park. I think I have to tip Manly here.
Gee, I don't know.
I don't want to.
Manly just because Warriors are done.
Look, I might be watching this game. I'll tip Warriors.
Ooh.
Well, I'll have to tip Manly then.
Yeah, I don't really care about that game.
Possibly game of the round, Friday 8 p.m.
This will be the game of the round.
The Roosters $1.28 to the Rabbits $3.73. I just want to quickly look at who the Rabbits have named. So
I
they
think
have
Cam McGuinness was actually
Cam
Murray,
Murray
sorry.
is back. UNA is back. Jack White is back.
The Troll's out though.
Latrell,
Latrell's
yeah, but he's been
only
out
one
all year.
missing.
Yeah, he's been out
So
forever.
everyone else is playing.
Look, for the sake of excitement, I'm going to tip the Bunnies.
Oh.
I'm tipping the Bunnies. Jase?
Oh, Roosters should win comfortably.
So they're all back. So Whiten's back as well?
No.
Or is he still out? Because he got suspended.
Whiten's back, but no.
No, he is.
Cody Walker, he is.
He's
He's on the
there.
interchange.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I tell you what.
They're all there except for Latrell. Keon's
Keon's back.
Like, it's a side.
It's one of their strongest teams. Why are they so far off in the market?
Because they haven't played all year.
Because of that Roosters team.
It's
This
Sam
is a
Walker's
hard one,
back.
Jed. This is a hard one.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sticking with the Rabbits. I'll stick with
Now,
them.
for a side note out of interest, Moali actually knocked Lenu out when he played for the Panthers. In a really big, he got sent off for it. I don't know if you guys watched a clip of the game. I don't know if there's animosity there, but there definitely was.
Yeah.
But this game, it's the famous 7 sin bins, 8 sin bins in that game.
So, I mean,
I might go Roosters purely because they've had more game time.
And they got more
And
to
they're
play for.
playing home. And they're trying to get into the top. Or stay in the top 8. So,
and I don't think the Rabbits want to get injured.
yeah.
I think they'll all be protecting themselves a little bit.
I think it will be a good game to watch, though. It will be a good game to watch.
Yeah, this is not my heart talking, but I'll go for Roosters.
Your heart?
Yeah.
What's
your head?
What?
Your knees?
It's your heart talking or you're not your heart talking?
Your head's telling you to tip the Rabbitohs, but your heart's telling you to tip
No,
the
but my heart and head's telling me to tip the Roosters.
Oh, there you go.
I'm not biased.
Also, what?
Alright.
Saturday, 3 p.m. Dargans, 15th place Dargans, are playing the 7th place Panthers, $1.19 for the Panthers, $4.75.
Panthers are all back this week.
Everyone except for Toto, and there was someone else that they're missing as well.
Look at that ins list.
No, that was it. No, there was someone else.
Toto's out.
Someone else that they didn't name.
Elamoti's in for Toto.
But yeah, I think
Tago McLean.
Penrith win and win well.
This will be just a training run.
Yeah,
This will be a training run for Penrith coming into the finals.
Oh, Eisenhouse is there, so someone is off.
Someone is off. I can't remember
So
who. No, he's back.
So Martin's
Liam Martin. That's who I was thinking of. Thank you, Jace. Penrith. I mean,
yeah, this will be like 40-10 or something.
On a quick note, the Dragons, Tuapolotu was back.
yeah, show me the money. And then they lost. Saturday, 5:30. Titans Tigers. It's Spoon Bowl.
We should go to this.
Spoon Bowl
Let's see
Part
what
1.
Nah.
Tipping the Titans.
Yeah, Titans. I've tipped them all year. I'm going to tip them again.
I'm going to tip them too.
Yeah,
I've tipped them my last 5 weeks.
Just one last.
Saturday, 7:30 for a top 4 spot for the Sharkies. It's the Dogs, $1.55 to the Sharks, $2.40.
Is the dogs aren't resting anyone?
No.
It's just Carraz that's out.
Carraz is out.
That's going to be a tough run for the old mate.
But the Sharks have Ramian back. They've also... Who else did you say was back?
Well, Euro came back last week.
Euro came back last week.
We're just
Who's
missing our
missing?
front rower, Kafusi, and we're missing McInnes.
So that second row's like Billy Burns, Teague Wilton, Jesse Cloak, and like they're names that you don't associate with. But anyway, it is what it is. Who would be your normal second rowers?
No,
Kev McInnes.
Wilton's been our second rower forever.
Sorry, yeah, no, Wilton.
McInnes.
McInnes would be a lock, and Nickera. That's who I'm missing. I think the Dogs got to fight back in this one. I don't know.
Both teams have to win.
So
right?
I think the Sharks have to win
to get in.
To show that we belong.
I'm going to tip the Dogs.
And the Dogs have to win to show that they've still got what it takes to be in the top 4.
I'll tip Dogs, but yeah.
No confidence. Matt,
No.
he wants to. Come on, tip him.
I think I'll go the Doggies.
Yeah.
Only slightly, and I may change my mind.
Jase, we know you're going Sharks.
I think that game will be a lot closer than what we think.
Sunday, 2 p.m, the Finns taking on the Raiders, who are missing 10 guys. Now, the Finns, with the top 8 spot to play for...
I think the Raiders still beat them.
I really want the Raiders to flog them because of their...
Let's have a look at who their team actually is. Look at that ins and outs list. So Chevy Stewart's at 1.
Good player,
Tamale's back. Tomoko's still there. Chris is there. I've never heard of Michael Asamoah, their winger. Adam Cook and Ethan Sanders. I've heard of Ethan Sanders.
Both good players. Adam Cook's the English guy.
Corey Horsman's captain. Owen Paddy at 9. Adam Mariotta, he's been around for a while. Noah Martin, never heard of him. Matty Nicholson.
No, Martin's the Englishman that came in. We all had him in Supercoach.
No, that was Miles Martin or Michael Martin, not Noah Martin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Matty Nicholson, he's the Englishman as well. Morgan Smithy, he's an Englishman as well. Danny Levi's back. Trey Mooney, Manaya Waya, Joe Roddy. I've never heard of Joe Roddy. Miles Martin, that's who the Englishman was.
I don't think you can put the Raiders away. I think Master Coach Ricky has got some tricks up his sleeve.
And Herbie's been named.
Herbie's in the reserves.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that as an inclusion.
Why would you bring him back for the last week?
Because they could make it, Jace.
Why is it because he wants to play for England?
Maybe. Good point. Let's go tips. I'm going to tip...
Dolphins
I'm going the Finns, yeah.
I still think the Raiders win.
I think the Raiders win as well.
Fair enough. Last
2
game
p.m. on Sunday,
Finns.
down at Redcliffe.
Finns.
2001 Grand Final replay. The Parramatta Seals versus the Newcastle Knights. $1.22 to
Parramatta Seals.
Yeah, I've changed it up. $1.22 to $4.35 at Combank. I'm going the Eels.
Eels to win by an
Jace.
absolute.
The Eels for my agenda. For
Don't be surprised if the Eels put 50 on them.
And the Cowboys are in Bali as we speak because we have the bye and our season's done and dusted. They're off soon. That's it. That's what she wrote.
Yep.
Big weekend footy. Some big games
Who
coming up.
wants to go? Oh, Jerry, he's done.
You ready for bed?
Let's get this out. What's a bit?
I've got to have dinner actually.
Have you had tea?
Yeah, well, we can
Oh, man.
Sorry.
There we go.
I'll just get it.
You do the outro.
Alright, thank you very much for listening. Please give us a like and subscribe if you hung around this long. Someone else needs to hear it, so share it out there. We appreciate that. We need some more subscribers so we can keep going next year. But thanks for listening. Have a good life.
Have a good life.
Farewell.